I think it's an index for a journey, right? Like you got to start somewhere. You're not going to be like 100% like zero waste. You collect your waste in a jar for a full year. I don't even do that. Like I can't do that. That would be impossible for me to do with 3 kids. But you know, like you gotta start somewhere. Like you gotta. I mean, even I think thinking about what you consume is a start. I think that's what sustainability is. It's just like really questioning, like the things that you consume and where it comes from and how it affects everything else.
So I'm assuming like when you first got this idea, like day when you started, like first idea that you had this vision, is that still the same vision or has like your vision kind of changed through the years?
I think to the core, it's still pretty consistent. Products or messaging has deviated a little bit, but yeah.
And you were born in the Philippines, right?
I was.
And how old were you when you came over to the States?
I was 9.
9? Oh, wow.
4th grade.
I bet that was like I won't say traumatic experience, like a culture shock, I would have to imagine.
It was a culture shock.
And you moved here to Seattle or somewhere else?
Seattle, yeah. I flew from Manila to here all by myself.
What?
At 9.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So yes, it's a very shocking experience.
How often you go back to the Manila?
The last time I was there was 2 years ago with family. Yeah.
And so do you consider yourself like a female immigrant founder, underrepresented founder?
Absolutely.
And so how does that affect how you build businesses and how you like people approach you, like things of benefit, disadvantage?
It's definitely a lens that I build the business through. I was talking to someone else about, I don't know, when I was posting something, the whole hashtag of female Filipino founders doesn't even exist. And that to me is crazy town. Yeah, there's just not a lot of us out there that I know of. So again, another shout out if there's any other female Filipino founders out there.
Do you think because there's actually so many few of y'all doing this, or just because everyone's in little silos and they look on like Eventbrite and Luma and they don't see nothing that calls to it? It's always like, like the same old stuff, so to speak, right?
I think in general, there's just not a lot of us out there. There are not a lot of female founders that look like me, especially in like clean technology.
Can we met at the Filipino something founders group, right?
Yeah.
In Bellevue, yeah. But they only meet like once a quarter, I think, right? So they really have a regular meeting. I know there's what's it called? The guy Ryan runs like a monthly Filipino founders group out of his core working group. Venture Mechanics. Yeah. So I don't know how popular that is or not popular,
I think it was the same group, and we've kind of migrated to different locations.
Okay. Yeah. So what's your like personal goal for yourself?
Personal goal?
Yeah. So you have like be like the the recycle queen, on social media, like
Oh no, I don't have that kind of ego.
Yeah. Is it like reduce waste by a certain percentage or like?
Yes, I think if reduce can replace, not replace, but produce the same amount of precious metals as like an artisanal mine can produce annually, I feel really good about that.
And then like how does a financials work? Like, is it like, how I put this question? Like I'm making this like if you recycle a pound of gold, it saves a certain amount of money from waste or something like that, or like how does that work? Like the financial modeling.
Yeah. So the product that we're dealing with is much different than a lot of other recycled materials. So gold right now, I haven't checked today, but gold was trading at $3,300 an ounce or something, right? So there's definitely value in this commodity that we are trying to recycle. Not only is it good for the planet to recycle these finite resources, but it's also economically viable.
Has anyone said to you like this is a good business model, but like this isn't real business, like recycling jewelry, like what can you really accomplish with this? Have you ever had to face that question?
Not in those words. I have yet to have someone come up to me and be like, "This is a really stupid idea." But I have had questions of like, can this really take off? Like, how much impact is it? Are people really throwing away their jewelry? Like those type of questions. Like, how large of a problem is this?
Yeah. What do you see the future of your company being?
Who would take over the world?
Obviously.
Obvi. I think a win would be if people just even learn that jewelry is recyclable.
I'm honest, I had no idea. I had no clue at all.
Yeah.
There's something you buy, you kept it with you forever, or gave to someone, one of your relatives.
That's right. I see it very similarly to way back when, before recycling cans from soda was even available.
I remember those days. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
But now that it's been introduced, that there's actually a system in place, and it's an easy way for people to do it. It's more adapted, right? And I think, I'm not even sure what the numbers, but I remember reading that in the state of California, once tin can or aluminum can recycling was introduced, the recycling of aluminum shot up to like 50%. So if we can change behaviors in that kind of way, oh my gosh, I'd be...
So how do you change behaviors, right? For example, like, so in Vietnam, there's a lot of pollution there, a lot of waste, right? And so I was told by someone who lived there all his life, like back in the day, the Vietnamese people like wrap all the stuff like a banana leaves, right? And they throw banana leaves away, which is a great thing. But now everything comes like plastic, right? So now instead of throwing away banana leaves, they throw away plastic, right? And they can't unlearn this behavior, right? So is there a way to unlearn this, or is just like you have to deal with it, for lack of a better word?
I think it's a system shift, right? Like, and I don't think you have to create a whole new system. I think you need to be a part of it, right? Like you mentioned bananas, and this is actually one of my like hot take is like when you go to a store and you see fruit that is wrapped in plastic, like a banana specifically, why are we wrapping bananas in plastic? It's naturally wrapped. Like that's what.
You know what? That's a damn good point. I never thought about it. Like, that's a damn good point. Yeah, you see it all the time, like banana fruit wrapped in like plastic, whatever. Yeah.
Any fruit.
Yeah.
Any fruit.
Yeah, I never thought about that, but you're right. Yeah,
but like,
makes no sense.
The amount of waste that now, not only that plastic is going to live for another 150 years or whatever, but what did that really do to the banana?
Nothing. It didn't make it fresher. Didn't make the life longer. It didn't make it taste better.
No.
Did nothing.
That's one of my hot takes.
Like zero value added at all. I never thought about that, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's every fruit that you see, and it happens in Asia too, which is just mind-boggling to me. Like, why are we doing that here specifically? The other hot take on plastics is like in the Philippines, they like have little versions of like shampoos or soaps. I think this is also in Vietnam, where it's just like one-time use. I think it has a lot to do with affordability. Like, people can't afford a whole Costco size of shampoo.
Yeah.
So they sell like little tiny things, but then the plastic
It's still there,
being used, you're finding it in like the rivers and the lakes, and I'm like, ugh, why?
Yeah, I wonder, like, in future generations, like 100 years from now, they're gonna look back at us like we destroy the economy through all the plastic stuff, right?
Plastics.
I wonder how that started, like all the plastic, stuff, right? Like where that started at, like, because back in the day, plastic was really nowhere, but then all of a sudden, like, plastic was everywhere. Plastic water bottles, plastic this, plastic that.
Oh, it was touted to be like the God sent material to man. I mean, it has helped a lot of things, but like we humans do, we've overused it and turned it into not so great things.
What's one thing you do that is probably not so environmentally good, right? Like your guilty hack, so to speak.
Oh.
Like, I know I should do better for the environment, but I'm doing this no matter what. Like, this is my guilty pleasure.
So I'm a mom of party. There's a lot of like inconvenient things. Here's an example. My daughter just had a birthday party, and the goodie bags. The goodie bags. Oh my gosh. Another hot take of mine. Like, why are we giving away junk pieces of goodie bags at birthday parties? When did that ever start? So anyways, I told her we're not doing goodie bags this year, and it like broke her heart. And so I actually was like, okay, well, we went to Target and I had her choose one thing that she can give away to her friends. And it was like lip gloss or something. I also felt guilty that I was still doing that, but it's one of those things. It's just like a balance between like what is like common practice in our culture versus is it harming the environment or my daughter's poor heart.
Yeah, like me, I believe like take care of the environment, clean water, clean air. But I definitely think some people go too far, right? You know, like do you really want to like get rid of everything? Like do you want to live back 1800s, no hot water, no bathroom, no electricity? Do you really want to live like that? I don't.
No, we would all be like living in an episode of like Naked and Afraid.
Exactly right. But
no one's
it seems like some people
living
want to do that, right?
I don't that this goes back to like the scale, right? Like I don't think we need to be all the way there to just find solutions. And look, I think even within the sustainability community, there's a lot of like, I don't know, there's a lot of people that kind of poo-poos other people's ideas because it's not 100%, you know, the solution. And my thing is just like, well, why don't we just stop being part of the problem and be part of the solution, whatever that means.
I think some people's reason like have to be questioned too. I remember I saw an article on LinkedIn one day. This guy who was like, hey, you know, I'm in the environment, right? I'm pretty successful. Had like a multi-million-dollar company, and he said, I take my private plane everywhere, right? And I started tracking the carbon credits. I'm basically doing carbon credits. So I'm gonna sell my plane to someone else. I'm thinking, okay, if you want to save carbon credits, just don't fly your plane. You're selling it to someone else. He's gonna sell it, fly it probably just as much as you, so there's no carbon decrease. Now you don't do a carbon credit thing, but is that really changing anything? Is that making your ego feel better?
Exactly. I mean, you got me there, right? Like I travel. I don't travel by cargo ships because I don't have time to do that, and that's not what I like want to aspire to be